Mike, game one in the first half, really?
Well, I think we had to show different sides of our character, especially in the second half, resilience, and we had to defend well, and we showed, we were tough to beat. So the football we played was in patches really pleasing, and you could see we were playing through what we were trying to achieve. You can see the patterns that we worked on. First half, we got our 2 goals, and then I think in the second half maybe it was tiredness, but we got into the final third a handful of times, and kind of the bit of quality let us down. But overall, pleasing afternoon.
Sometimes you think if you haven't played for a while, you have bags of energy, but actually, is that sometimes tricky because some of these players haven't played for kind of 2 weeks?
Yeah, it can be. Like you say, it's the desire inside of you is chomping at the bit and wanting to play. Sometimes that comes out all in one, and you feel leggy towards the end of the game. But for us, it was we had to navigate our way through. Obviously, the dynamics changed in the second half. They had opportunities to take some more risk and to press us. So we had to. It was a different puzzle, and we had to find our way through. And like I say, I think there's just moments. In another day, we could have got the third, and I think that would have put it to bed.
And one of the best moves of the game, possibly of the game, resulted in a missed opportunity, but Conor Grant's shot that went off the post. But that is probably the type of football you're wanting, and is what you're all about. It was from, I think, the goalkeeper possibly all the way through, and had that been finished off, it would have been one of the goals of the season.
Yeah, that's part of it, like I say. And then the second half, when they're committing so many bodies forward, the right type of football might just be one ball over the top. And that's the kind of puzzle we're looking at. So, of course, we're trying to improve all the time. We're playing through the thirds and trying to dominate the middle. So, we can see football, like you say. We had a few instances and times that happened, but it's all changing. So it is pleasing, like you say, the guys are getting to understand it, getting to learn, they're building confidence in it. But games change, and we've got to adapt to that, which I thought in the second half we had to show our defensive qualities, which we did.
It helps when you've got a goal scorer in form, Max Dean. He hadn't had too many touches before that, but quite a lot of his goals have come like that, when he's not really been in it, and then he just kind of turns, and the next thing the ball's in the net. Yeah,
that's what he was saying at half time. He's frustrated, and I was saying you've got to try and keep occupying the back line, the centre halves, and then when the time comes, you've got goals, and you will. So if you keep that discipline, and we have to keep that all over the pitch for the structure to work. But yeah, Max has got bundles of energy, and he wants to be involved in everything all the time.
And a clean sheet, of course, which that can be nothing but pleasing.
Yeah. Like I say, we had to show many sides of us, and I thought the defenders defended really well, put their bodies on the line. Obviously playing against a handful up front, and Troy, he understands. He's got a lot about him. So, and then the runners coming off, and we had balls to deal with in the second half into the box that we had to deal with well. So it was a pleasing display.
And you are moving up the table, getting closer to kind of where you ultimately want to be. Are you somebody who looks at league tables, or do you sneakily look at them and tell us you don't?
No. You'll never know. But no, it's irrelevant to me. Obviously going into the last month, 6 weeks, then you're starting to pay more attention. But for now, it's just about watching that game back, seeing the elements that we did well in the first half, and then the elements we can do better in the second half.
Thank you.
A word for your other goal scorer, and for me the man of the match, Jack Payne. He popped up everywhere, didn't he? And he played such an important role, particularly in that first half.
Yeah, he does. He's a character in there. He's got that tenacity, resilience. He's what I kind of call a street footballer. He always wants the ball. He fights and scraps regardless, of who he is coming up against. And he's a big player for us. We want to play through our 4s and our 10s. And he needs to know the roles, and I felt in the last week or two in training he's starting to dictate things, and he understands the structure really well, and he's got goals. So like I say, we want him on the ball higher up the pitch we can, but he can do both sides of the game.
And Ethan Robson coming through it looking relatively unscathed after such a long time out.
Yes, he's a naturally gifted footballer, and he's got a very good left foot. And again, somebody who he's come in, he hasn't played for a while, and fitted in seamlessly. So we just wanted to be careful with him. We didn't want him picking up anything when we didn't unnecessary. So yeah, like I say, really pleasing to get him back on the pitch.
How much potential do you think Max has got? You know, he took his goal really well today, didn't he? There's a real quality there.
I think that's the question that we're all looking forward to seeing, because from what I see, his quality is to play right at the top level. So it depends a lot on his development, but for me, you can see his willingness is just glaringly obvious. His technical ability and his tactical understanding as well. Like I say, even today, when he was getting frustrated in the first half, that's the black and white. You've got to follow instruction, and he's doing a really important job even when he's not on the ball. So yeah, I think for me, sky's the limit.